Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Main and the Road to 100, where today, whoops, this is not supposed to be that,
I need you to
EO,
watch.
okay, EO the Invincible returns to strike again here in the Flaming City, the City of the Falling Flame, and what we're going to be running here is we're going to be running the Flame Pipe, the Hellfire Pipe, and we're going to see here that as it has very good slash and pierce resistance for bayonet shots and most of the enemies in here, and it has very high fire resist because of the Scothic chrome that's on here. And the cool thing is that if we are paired up with Prismatic Veil and Steady Bulwark, we're able to block 100% of the enemy damage, while at the same time we'll be able to get focused here and there and get more iCore or light value. We'll get 30% increase to our light value here, 1494, and we'll also get 300 health back, and we'll be able to have basic invincibility here for both EO and ourselves as we go through each of the areas. So pretty cool that that's actually the case as we go through here. Okay, so good as we, whoops, except for doing things like that. So kind of interesting there. Okay, good job, EO. And we'll go ahead and block some of this guy if we can. There we go. And you can see there that we're not really going to take damage from him because of how your physical and your elemental resist on block happens. We're able to use Prismatic Veil or Steady Bulwark and still have the same results basically overall, which is really nice. Okay, and so currently we are at 218 on fire, and now we are at 149, so we can be at 169, and that's good enough there. Okay, so we know that EO can destroy anybody as we go through here, and as you see, we really don't have any iCore recovery. We don't have iCore focus or the like, so we kind of have some bad processes in play here. Now, the interesting part will come obviously versus the kitty when we go for her, but as of right now, right, it's just like any other area that we've gone through with partners. There's really no reason to have the co-op partners do anything in adventuring mode here because there's nothing to pick up, there's nothing to grab, there's nothing to investigate, there's nothing to use, and so we're able to run straight to different missiles and such and find our way to each of the areas to see how our AI partner does versus each of the bosses in each of the areas. Now that's where it's interesting to see how your gifts, how your veils, how your everything actually stack up because of how interesting the boss fights become as time goes on. Okay, so as we get going into this fight here, we're able to do some really good defense versus this fella, just because of the fact that we are able to be mostly invincible versus him, but also we're able to block most of his damage overall. So we'll go ahead and get as much iCore here as we can. We'll go ahead and heal, and we'll go back for Prismatic Veil. Good, and we'll pick up a Flame Tonic here. Okay, and as you can see, we'll be able to block, and even though that's a very damaging blast there that he does, we're able to block it all, and that's pretty cool. That even though we don't have 100% block, because we're blocking with both fire and physical, we're able to have really good blocking defenses here. And we're able to get focused, and as soon as this comes up, we're able to do that. And we're able to stand in the fire, no problem here. And we are at 245 now, so that's really high, very high resistances there. and we're able to either block or we're able to get hit, and it doesn't matter by this guy. We're able to take the hits overall, which is great. And Io is just going to town on this guy. And we'll go ahead and block here. Good. And at least we're focused now, so we can take the hits like a champ, no problem. And we'll go ahead and block for a little bit of I-Core here if we can. As you see, our I-Core recovery is pretty trash overall here, so not the best by any means. And Io's getting thrashed pretty hard there, but she's doing okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, good. That'll get us a little bit of health there and everything. So we'll hopefully be able to block here so we can go for flame protection. Okay. And that is nice that we're able to block and defend all at the same time. Okay. Definitely ran out of our elemental wall there. So Prismatic Veil, as you see, it's doing good work. Okay, and good, we got focused. Io. And we're able to block his defenses there. So very, very good. Let's see, where was that? There it is. The camouflage. Pseudo showed us that. So very, very cool. Okay. And I guess we can use a regen inducer here. Whoops. Oh well. Okay. Never mind. That's one there, and you can pick it up. Yep, we can. And you can see that we do have some serious I-Core recovery problems because we don't really have any super recovery on our pipe here. So we're at 0.17, I believe. Yeah, on drain rating. So we have really, really bad I-Core drain. Now, if we wanted to, we could go here and go for guard drain rating up. It doesn't show on the card here, but that gives us a like a 4 times multiplier for this setup here on our setup on all of our stuff. So that's really, really good, and it's kind of worth it. And we can go for this, and we can go ahead and block now, and we're able to get back a pretty decent amount of I-Core, as you can see there. We're back up to 3 I-Core, which is great. Good job, Eel. Okay, let's go ahead and block Monkey Boy here. And because these guys hit multiple times, we're able to get back quite a bit amount of I-Core just because of that one passive being changed there. And we almost have enough here for Prismatic Veil. There we go, one more hit. Okay, we're focused, that's nice. Okay, and we'll block this guy. Very nice. And we do need a little bit more I-Core for elemental wall, and so this is why it's good enough if we just use our blocking technique instead of relying on our veil to protect us. And this is a good way to get back a fairly decent-ish amount of I-Core based on blocking. It's not anything like the Azure Greatsword that we had last time, but we're able to do pretty decent. Okay, and we'll just run away from this guy because he's pretty dangerous here for us, and Io should be able to handle him absolutely no problem. Somehow she's in the flames there, and she's definitely looking good in the blue. So definitely nice to have her come along in a different outfit here. And see, she's definitely a worthy opponent for all the enemies through here. But since, again, we don't really care about the enemies or anything, we just want to go see the kitty fight, the successor of the claw, or claws. She's got multiple claws, but she does have one claw available to her, and it's cool that since we already beat this guy last time, we can just go ahead and ignore all of this and just head over to the missile. So very cool what we have going here and what we have available to us, because blocking with something like this with one of these pipes is not typically how you go about engaging the enemy, and that's completely fine, because that's what we're typically doing here, is going for all the crazy things here that we have available to us. So let's go ahead and get going, and we'll try and get all the relevant things here at the beginning, and then we will go for EO later. So here we're at 100 on slash and pierce, which is nice. And once we get access to Prismatic Veil here by having all of our defenses here, we should be able to be just fine. And because Emily does a lot of actual physical attacks and such, we should be able to block all of this if she can hit me. But otherwise, EO is going to do really, really well here. There we go. Got at least a few hits. Okay. Get her, EO. Okay, Emily. Fair game. And it's kind of neat that we can block so well here at the moment. Oh, come on. Come on, Emily, hit me. Hit me. Just let EO do her thing. Just let EO alone. There we go. Now we got 6, so we can go for Prismatic Veil here. It's a very, very long startup, which is completely fine, but that's what it is. Okay. And again, we have really, really good timing for that, because now we don't have steady Bulwark, which means that we lose a whole lot of our ability here, but to block. But because of our Prismatic Veil doing flame resist, it's very, 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 very good. Okay. Slow going for Ichor recovery here. Okay. EO should be okay over there. And it's a little bit slow going here, but in another little second here, we'll have to go for Steady Bulwark, because what we're going to want to do is stagger our Prismatic Veil and Steady Bulwark at the same time. You don't want to be... I mean, you can do both of them at the same time for basically unlimited amount of block, but it's fine if you go for one or the other off of each other. Okay, and we're almost focused, which is cool. So that cuts down about half damage on EO there, it looks like. So that's really good. Okay. This is good. It's good when she uses the Blazing Claw there to hit us, because it does a huge amount of damage, but we're able to block it all, which is great. You, come on. Come on, you. Come on, cat. She knows that EO is the only one who's doing any damage to her. There we go. She's finally hitting us a little bit. Come on. There we go. She's not very accurate, though. Only getting like half an Ichor every now and then. Good. Thank you, Emily. No, come on, come after me. Come after me. Okay, let's go ahead and get focused here. Because why not? And as you see, we have no Ichor. And it's a very, very problematic setup here that we have for ourselves. And Now we'll see what we can do blocking wise for without Prismatic Veil and without Steady Bulwark. And you can see there we almost block everything, so that's pretty decent. So we'll go ahead and block for the moment, because we get 300 health back when we get focused. So that's fine if we take a little bit of chip damage here, because as soon as we get focused, we'll be okay. Come on, Emily, hit me. Can you hit me, Emily? Come on, there you go. There you go. 1, 2, there we go. Got another ichor. That's good. Good. So we're down a couple hundred health there, but that's again not a problem, because if we get focused, we get 300 health back, and so until we get down to 2892, we're completely fine. All right. I guess Io's just gonna put it to her over there. Good. And now we're focused, and we're right back up to full health, which is very nice. So we'll, I guess we'll go for flame protection. And see now, we put flame protection on, which is on our Veil, but because of how it operates, oops, we're able to block with our weapon 100% of our damage, which is kind of interesting that your Veil and the flame resistance of it actually plays into your physical blocking of the fire damage. Remember, we were taking a little bit of chip damage, and then all of a sudden there with flame protection, we're not taking any more damage, which shouldn't really be the case, because we are blocking with our weapon. So you have multiple different abilities and ways here to go about getting access to different blocking. Okay, we'll go for Elemental Wall. That'll help Io out quite a bit. Okay, and let's try for a little bit more ichor here. Yep, and unfortunately Emily is pretty much a joke of a boss. Unfortunately, she's not the most difficult boss in the game. Ouch. We'll go get focused there. And it's pretty sad, because she's a very cool character in the game and everything, and sadly enough, she just doesn't you know, cut it as far as a boss material is concerned. To be fair, I mean, she was a like a Mito experiment in a sense, and so unfortunately she got the short end of the stick all around. She's not a really tough boss, and there's tons and tons and tons of ways to mitigate her damage. As you see here, you can use this pipe, which is easy enough. Where did you go? Okay, come on, Emily. But it is kind of interesting that this is how one of the cases goes for this area in Vayne, is that you just kind of can use a weapon like this, and you can block with it 100% of the damage, or almost 100% of the damage, which is pretty crazy that something like this even exists, that you can actually do that. But Emily's design is pretty cool, and her moveset is pretty cool, but it's just really unfortunate that she actually was kind of done pretty dirty this way. Oh, you can't heal? Okay. Emily, hit me. Io needs health here. Okay. Okay. Io looks to be almost okay. Or almost in having a problem. I need the flames. Oh, the flames went away. Okay, Io, it's up to you. Get her. There you go. Final run. There you go. Nice. So yeah, Io definitely is able to put in all kinds of work, regardless of whether she's invincible or not. And there it is. Io for the win. And it's pretty amazing that Io is that versatile, that powerful, and that incredible that she can, when you even with whatever Emily has to offer, Io can mitigate almost 100% of the damage. I mean, she was healing here and there along the way, but it definitely is intriguing to see just how far you can push your AI partners if you're paired up with some good gifts along the way here to make sure that they're not just getting pummeled every step of the way. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that and the fight here with Emily, and learning a little bit about blocking resistance, as it's kind of intriguing how these two gifts, Elemental Wall and the various element protections, they play into the Veil defenses, which then when you're defending, they play into the actual block resistance of the weapon itself based on that element. So very, very strange, very, very odd interaction, but that's the way it goes here in Vayne. Nothing is to be taken for granted. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you tomorrow, or let's see, what is today? Thursday, and we'll see you tonight for the 10x challenge, unless I'm otherwise indisposed. So we'll see you then.